We humbly ask you, Lord, to forgive us in any way that we have wronged you. Cleanse us, wash us, and make us better. I want to thank you for this training today. We pray that it will be of benefit to our businesses. It will be of benefit to us even personally. And may it succeed for the honor and glorification of your holy name. We thank you and we honor you. In Jesus' name I pray.
Amen.
Amen.
Amen. And thank you so much, Dosila, for that prayer. So again, our customers and all the participants who've joined us, we want to take this opportunity to welcome you, Karibuni Sana, in our webinar session. Today, we have a very good topic on promoting businesses through COP Online. It's part of the second part of the training that we did last time when we talked about the solution itself. But we now want to go an next mile even to show you how it can support your business. And I want to leverage on this particular platform because it is good for our business. And so we'll be having good insights on the same today in this discussion. Again, we'll also touch something on our COP remit, where we are able to transact or to send money outside the country. So we'll have two presenters. The first presenter is Levi Alia, who will be taking us through the COP Online. And we'll also be having Terry from our Diaspora Banking to take us through COP remit. So yeah, so we want to welcome you in this session. Feel at home. Share your comments. We are starting immediately, and we want to end at 12:30. So as I said, from the slide, you can see we have two presenters. So we are starting immediately, and we are ending at exactly 12:30. Just in terms of the ground rules, we are requesting all the participants who are in this meeting to keep our videos and our microphones muted. We want to ask you to use the chat box to share your comments, share your feedback on the same, and feel free to share your reactions on the same. You can give a thumbs up, a thumbs down, you can give a clap and a smiley face. We'll be glad to see that. And above all, we want you to enjoy the whole session so that you learn. I think as we proceed, we want to encourage you to use the chat box to share your name, share where you're coming from, and what is the expectation for you in this session. So we want to ask you maybe for half a minute, just go ahead and tell us your name, where you are, and what is your expectations using the chat box down there. Asanteni sana. So as we do that, I want to really appreciate you for joining in good time. I can see we have almost 80 customers who have already joined. Asanteni sana. We'll be having a good session, and we want to encourage you to keep sharing your questions. There's also the questions and answer down there. And karibuni sana. I see Moses Sanya. You can see Kirima from Kikuyu, Deman Hassan from Madriva, Naftal Okemwa from Maridi, and he's saying, I want to learn more, and Karibu, I'm sure you learn more. Thomas Ware from Nairobi, Stephen Keman from Gong Hills. Thank you so much for joining us in good time. Clement, Santeni Sana, Rachel from Ebakasi, looking forward to help me in business. Tony from Longo Town, Lucy from Dhaka, Asanteni Sana. Thank you for joining. I think I'm happy for this. I think we learn a lot even as we progress. So keep sharing, and before then, as we proceed, I want to invite our trainer, first part of the training, who is Levi Alia. Levi Alia is head of COP Online and cash management solutions that support our business customers, and he'll be taking us through the whole session for the COP online, and we'll be having the second part of the training on how then can you remit money outside the country from diaspora, for those who want to share to diaspora customers, or you want to purchase items outside the country, there is a solution for you. So karibu sana Levi to take us through the first part of the session. Asante.
Thank you so much, Peter. I hope I'm audible enough. As introduced, my name is Levi Alia. I handle payments and collection solutions under our cash management unit, where today specifically on payments, we'll focus on our COP online solution. Over and above what we discussed in our previous session. So ideally, we're looking at how would it impact your business on the positive side, or rather, how do we add value to your business using this particular solution. Secondly, I would like to join my colleague Peter in welcoming all of us. Thank you for creating time for joining us at this webinar. It is not for granted. I believe we'll be able to get value out of the session. Now, before we go into COP online, basically is just to appreciate what are some of the initiatives the bank has embarked in to be able to support businesses during these hardship condition, or rather during this period of COVID-19 and even beyond. So we do have today a specific MSME funding kitty worth 23 billion from IFC that is meant to support your business come back, or rather expand, even for the purposes of growth into the future. We have a dedicated team, a relationship management team that is meant to be a trusted advisor in terms of what are the new products the bank is introducing, what is happening in the market situation, what are the areas of investments, and of course, to handhold you throughout the journey as you bank with cooperative. Our digital channels, and today we'll focus on COP online. Again, we are moving transactions to our digital channel for the purposes of giving you an enhanced digital banking experience, so that you do not need to go through the manual procedures, or even sometimes go to the branch. How do we support you when it comes to the digital space? Of course, there's a GOK MSME stimulus package, and probably a number of you have heard about that. So again, that will come in handy to be able to support us, or rather to support you in terms of your business growth. Today, we have a portal where you can just log into and be able to see whatever the bank is offering. You're able to see which direction the bank has taken in terms of some of these products. Is there anything we are launching? So there's an MSME portal, online portal, and of course our website that we would like to encourage you to visit from time to time to be able to get up to speed, or rather be appraised some of the solutions or some of the facilities the bank is going into. So that's just a high level overview in terms of what the bank is doing to walk with you the journey, or rather to support you in your business growth, expansion, and acceleration. Now, basically, this is just an overview of how do we understand your business. From a 360 view, we do understand that you do collect. So there's the payment and collection needs that you do have, where, of course, our collection solutions would always assist you to be able to ensure that you collect very efficiently for you to be able to meet your clients' needs. Of course, there are a number of collection solutions that we do have, and even the payment side. You do have your borrowing needs. Probably a number of us are familiar with this. From our traditional facilities that you could be aware of, the working capital facilities, the trade finance facilities, the ALCs and all that. You know about our e-credit, probably you heard about it, which again is really coming in hand to be able to assist the MSMEs. And then there's the transaction banking needs. What are your transaction needs? How do you pay your suppliers? How do you process your payroll? How do you process your statutory obligations? How do you meet those obligations for statutory bodies? How do you pay your bills, whether it's power, water? Again, we do understand that, and those are some of the aspects we will be bringing into play as into our discussions today. Now, so today, over and above the 360 view you are referring to, our focus today would be on COP online and how is it likely to impact your business, or why would we encourage you to be able to embrace this particular channel. Maybe just to brief you is last year, early last year, sorry, in 2019, the bank embarked on a digital transformation journey, whereby we looked at our current offering in terms of our online banking solution. Does it meet the client needs? And therefore, out of the feedback we got from a number of you, we might have reached out to a number of you. We invested in a new and revamped product called a COP Online Solution that comes with advanced functionality, but most importantly, a more appealing user experience, because in this market, the differentiating factor today is the user experience that the system offers you. So that would be our focus of discussion today. I want to encourage all of us to participate. Let it be an interactive session. Of course, we'll be able to post your questions on the chat box. We'll be able to respond to them in due time. Before we go into the specific of COP Online, how do we support you on the payments and collection front? What are some of the solutions that we put in place? Probably a number of you or few of you uptake those solutions, but just to give you an overview, how does the bank come in terms of the payments and the collection space? Number one is the MCOP Cash application that is meant to support you from your personal banking needs. So this is an app for MSMEs and even the individuals, or rather the personal clients in terms of personal account. The app has got advanced features. You can be able to process your payments and even access our e-credit facilities using the same application. You must have been aware of our COP Bank agents distributed countrywide. I mean, we take pride in a wide range of agency or other agents across the bank, so that every corner of this country, you'll be able to find a COP Bank agent to assist you in your banking needs, even without necessarily going to the branch. Our e-commerce platform that we launched last year. So today we are saying, if you are in collection space, you have a website, you do not need to have probably your clients coming on board to be able to swipe the physical cards on your POSs. We are able to have this card not present, whereby we will integrate with your website and your clients can actually pay via your website through either their debit cards or other credit cards in terms of the e-commerce solution. So again, may not be our focus today, but just to mention to you that today we are live on e-commerce. We'll be able to integrate with you so that you can have your clients pay you online using their respective cards. M-Collection, this is basically related to Lipa na M-Pesa, whereby we give you your own very unique pay bill numbers that will help you in terms of your collection. So a unique pay bill free of charge, we'll give it to you so that you can have it at your shop, at your outlet, to be able to accelerate your collections. Now there's the business to business integration, which is basically a collection solution where today, whenever you're in need for reconciliation, so this is just a reconciliation tool. Probably you're a school, you're a landlord, you need to reconcile the collections from your agents or from your tenants, then we're able to have your database integrated with us so that whenever somebody pays, either via pay bill, via the bank, cash at the branch, then the system automatically reconciles. It does three things. We'll be able to validate either the house number or the student number or the registration number. Then we accept the credit. And lastly, we advise your system that the payment has come through for the purposes of auto reconciliation, so that you don't need to go to your statement to do manual reconciliation. Lipa na M-Pesa, of course, that's clear enough. Again, we're able to give you a Lipa na M-Pesa, whether a till number, pay bill number, for the purposes of enhancing your collections. POSs, so today, again, we're also able to give you our POS machines at your premises, where your clients can swipe their cards on the go whenever they need to purchase anything or for the purposes of your collections. Our ATMs, I may not dwell on that because you're aware of the ATMs. The only thing I need to mention is that over and above the ATMs, today we have cash deposit machines, both at our branches and even at our client premises. So these are basically machines that we install to accept deposit on real-time basis, so that we credit your account on a real-time basis. So if you're in a petrol station, you're a supermarket, you're a hardware, you're heavy on cash, we put the machine in your premise. You put cash there, it counts and credits your account on real-time basis. Direct debits, insurance companies, the small circles, or rather the circles, we're able to give you. These are modern day standing order. Of course, if you need much more information on the products, we can always support you. COP Online last there, and that would be our focus today in our discussion. So thank you so much. This is just a high-level view of our payments and collection solutions. Our focus today, we go straight to our COP Online solution. So basically, what's COP Online? So this is basically our new and revamped web-based application over and above what we used to have before. So we revamped the platform based on the feedback we got from you, that you're now able to view your balances, statements at the go. You're able to initiate your payments, whether they're single payments to suppliers, to your vendors, bulk payments. You upload a file on the go, and the system will be able to process. You're able to process your payroll from your comfort zone without necessarily walking to the branch, regardless of whether your employees bank with us or not. You're able to view your online payments, the status of your transactions, so that you don't need to call anyone to be able to confirm if your RTGSs went through or if the money you're expecting came through. You're able to track all those. The signatories will be able to approve the payments online on this application and even send to bank for subsequent processing. So that's just high-level definition of what is this COP Online that will be the focus of our discussion today. It gives you actually your banking at your comfort zone. You don't need to interact with anyone. You'll be able to do your account services, whether it's statements, whether it is balances, and even make your payments on the go. Just an overview of what is in it, this COP Online solution that we're referring to today. Basically, the three fundamental modules. One is the account services, and two is the payments module. So under account services, what comes in account services? So today we are saying you're able to, on account summary, all your accounts, whether you have 3 accounts with us, whether it's a fixed deposit account, loan account, all that you're able to view from a single login. Generate your statements in whichever file format you desire, that is Excel, PDF, CSV. You're also able to view your loan accounts and even your loan schedules. You don't need to call anyone or walk to the branch and request for that. Today on COP Online, we'll be able to show you your loan accounts and even retrieve your loan payment schedules. Fixed deposit accounts, again, you're able to create them on the system. You're able to view them, look at the maturity and everything. Checkbook request, you log into the system, request for a checkbook, then pick it from your nearest branch, or rather your branch that is convenient to you. Now, on the payment space, which is the main functionality of this particular system, what are the payments that you're able to do on COP Online today? How do we add value on your business in terms of making it easier for you to be able to make payments? So today you're able to make payments internally, that is the internal beneficiaries, those who have account with Cooperative Bank, and even international funds transfer, whether you're transferring money outside the country, is it an item you're paying for, any transfer outside the country, what we call international transfer or telegraphic transfer, if you prefer, then again, that the system is able to support the same. IFTs, that is internal funds transfers, and even EFTs, the transfers to other beneficiaries and other banks for the purposes of whatever you're paying for. So EFTs take 2 working days to clear, and RTGSs, instead of walking to the branch to be able to fill a manual RTGS form, today you log into the system and initiate your RTGS transfer at the same cost that you enjoy at the branch for RTGSs and even SWIFT payments. That's we've added all the international banks on the system to make it easier for you to pay them online. Now, number 2 is payroll processing. Whether you have 3 employees, 4 employees, today we support you on payroll processing, so that on a single click of an Excel, we'll be able to share with you the Excel template, how it looks like. You feed it in with your employee details, their bank details, and the amounts, net salaries. From a single upload of the Excel, the beneficiaries will receive in their respective banks. Those in COP Bank will receive instantly, while the rest, depending on whether you choose RTGSs, of course, will receive subsequently. Now, utility payments. Now we are saying we have added all the billers on our COP Online application to make it easier for you to pay your bills. Kenya Power and Nairobi Water. At least each one of us today pays Kenya Power, your bills, so that you do not walk to the branch or walk to Kenya Power to be able to pay your bills. we have integrated with them so that whenever you pay bills on COP Online, we advise their system on real-time basis so that you do not need to even provide proof of payment to them for the purposes of confirming that you did make those payments. So that direct integration is there for utility payments, KPLC, and Nairobi Water from a single click of a button. Statutory payments, KRA and NHIF. All you need to do is retrieve your e-slip from the iTax portal or NHIF, get your byproduct number, feed into COP Online, then make your payment. It will present you the tax that is due or even the penalty without necessarily even typing it manually. So that's how much we've gone further to integrate with these particular bodies. The other one is bulk payment to your suppliers. How do you make payment to your suppliers without necessarily going through the manual checks or manual filling of instructions? On the go, you can wake up at midnight and make payments to your suppliers on the go and even vendor payments. The other special thing we've done is our pay to FOSA solution, where today we are saying you can directly make payments to SACCO FOSA accounts. We take pride in banking over 95% of the SACCOs in the country. So therefore, whoever is holding a FOSA account, we will be able to have that in the Excel, put the FOSA account number, then on a single upload of an Excel, you'll be able to make payments directly to FOSA accounts and not bank accounts. So again, we are the first in the market with that solution that would really help you, especially for your employees or even yourself if you have those FOSA accounts. Cash pickup, where today you're saying if you need petty cash, then you're able to generate a request on our COP Online application, indicates the amount that you need to pick in terms of cash, then walk into our ATM, any of our ATMs. We'll send you a code on your mobile phone, have that code displayed so that you're able to pick cash at our ATMs. There's float purchase for those who are in this business, you understand? So instead of doing this manually, today on COP Online, you're able to initiate a float purchase request, and we'll be able to allocate to you required float on near real-time basis. So this is all that we support you, so that we support your business efficiency initiative, so that your operations really run very well. So a number of you, just to mention, probably have never had a chance to log in to COP Online to be able to access these functionalities, or rather probably few of you have just had the chance to view your statements and download or rather check your balances, but you've never had a chance to be able to actually enjoy these services that come with COP Online. Therefore, this is the chance. Maybe after this particular forum, you will be able to embark on, in terms of start to enjoy these services that come with this particular system. So we encourage you to really take up the services. Of course, we'll be able to address any queries you have on the same. So this is just, so whenever you talk about online banking, top of mind, the question that comes is security. How secure is my banking with cooperative? How secure is my money? I mean, therefore, we are saying over and above availing the platform to be available to you 24/7. In other words, you can wake up in the middle of the night to be able to initiate your KRA payment on 9th, because 9th is the deadline. You can do it on 9th near midnight, then your payment will be able to go through, or whichever payment you need to do without necessarily calling anyone or walking to the branch. Today, we have a secure login application. So you'll realize as we proceed that for you to be able to access COP Online, we'll basically give you a very top of mind security. Sorry, before I mention that, is from a single secure login, you're able to access all your banking information at the go without necessarily reaching out to anyone. Now, lastly, on number 3 there, you see a secure connection. So when you go to that profile, and you'll be able to see on the web page, there is HTTPS, which only confirms, for those who probably are familiar with the technology, it's a secure connection, and therefore all that is guaranteed. Secondly, is the bit of how does COP Online reflect your organization policies, workflow rules, or even mandates in terms of payments processing. So we are saying today on COP Online, we are mirroring what we have currently on the manual checks. So today, if you are mandate on a manual check, or rather that you're doing, is 2 signatories are required to make the approval, or 3 signatories are required to make the approval, we are able to mirror the same on COP Online, so that we'll create those 3 signatories on the application. Once the first signatory approves, it will go to the next and the next, so that any payment that you make on COP Online must be approved as per your desired mandate, so that every payment must honor your mandate that you have set up with Cooperative Bank. So again, that comfort is guaranteed to you. Number 4 is lastly, there is the 2-factor authentication. And I would like us to bring your attention to that, where you're saying over and above your login credentials that will give to each and every user, there is a token that comes to your phone every time you log into COP Online, or every time you make a payment to COP Online. So therefore, even if somebody has your passwords or even login details, there's always a one-time PIN that we send you for every transaction you make on COP Online, just to confirm that you're safe and secure. So it's a 2-factor authentication. There's a user ID, there's a corporate ID, there's a OTP, one-time PIN that comes to your phone for every transaction that you do make. So here I'm just confirming to you that we will be able to honor your organization policies or mandates in terms of the signatories required to approve. If you're just one signatory, well and good, but then you're also saying the one-time PIN or passwords that will come to your phone every time you transact will be very much helpful to you to guarantee your security. Next is, what are the benefits of this particular application over and above the payments that we've referred to, over and above the services you are able to access? How does it add value to you? What is in it for you as a client? Now, we are talking about the convenience and efficiency that comes with it, so that even the payments that you make, you're able to retrieve proof of payments, you're able to retrieve your SWIFT advices, you're able to retrieve evidences that you actually made payments, even to share with your beneficiary or to give you comfort that the payments actually went through. Number 2 is the convenience of transacting from your comfort zone. Just imagine in the middle of the night, in your house, in your office, you're able to pay your suppliers, you're able to pay KRA, pay Kenya Power, make payments to Nairobi Water, NHIF, without necessarily talking to anyone at the bank. Then number 3 is the real-time tracking of your payments or payroll. So upon processing of your payroll, you don't need to call anyone to ask if the payroll went through or if the payment went through. You log in and you're able to check the status of the payment. Is it approved by the signatories? Has it been approved by the bank? What is the status in terms of this particular payment? Has it been rejected? What is the reason for rejection? So this is basically empowering you with information as you transact or as you bank with Cooperative. Now, the flexibility to schedule payments, where today you're saying, if you're meant to pay your suppliers on 30th June or even 14th July, you're able to schedule that payment. Probably you do not have funds at the moment, you will be traveling, schedule that payments, and we'll only debit you on that date that you set up on the system. You can initiate the payment, have it approved, but only have it debited at that date that you've scheduled. So how about that in terms of giving you that flexibility? Now, there's the real-time processing of statutory and bill payments. I think I've dwelt on that, whereby part of the feedback we received from you as our clients is, how do you make it easy for me to pay my bills? How do you make it easy for me to avoid the penalties from KRA? I don't need to walk to the branch. I don't need to do manual instructions. We have integrated with these particular bodies to make it easy for you to pay them instantly on the go. The flexibility to negotiate FX. A number of you probably have had a chance to deal with us. By dealing, I mean process your foreign exchange transactions, dollar to shilling, dollar to euro, or vice versa, Kenya shillings to dollar, whenever you're buying for something. So today we are saying, instead of walking to the branch to be able to negotiate a rate, you're able to call our treasury specialist, you're able to call your business banker relationship manager. They give you a rate and a deal number. Two things, I'll repeat, a deal number and a rate. We will be able to give you the best rate in the market. You log into the system, key in the rate and the deal number, the system will automatically populate the conversion, and you click the button, the payment is approved by yourself, or rather the signatory, and the FX will be applied instantly. I'll repeat that. So with FX transaction, you negotiate with us, we give you a deal number and the rate, utilize it online, on the go, we'll be able to apply that particular deal without necessarily walking to our branch or doing the payment manually. There's the system audit trail. So today we're able to tell you who initiated the payment on your online application, who approved it, at what time was it approved, just tracking that payment, which were the signatories that approved. If the limits, then again, that will be able to have it in place in the audit trail of the system. Now, over and above the high level overview of, or rather our walkthrough in terms of how the system will be able to support you, we now need to take you through the look and feel in terms of the live environment so that you're able to appreciate what it takes. So at the point that we're now going to this, our assumption is probably you have at some point registered on the system, but have never had a chance to even log into the system. Majority of us in that space, because we, from our analytics report, a number of you probably have never had a chance to even log into the system, or you did it a long time ago, could be 3 months ago, or even 1 year ago. So you must be having your credentials, your corporate ID, or even your user ID. So once you obtain those, then how do you access the system to be able to start enjoying the convenience and the efficiency, or rather the transaction benefits that comes with it? So we, into our live environment, we'll be able to walk you through the procedures in terms of how do you initiate those particular transactions, how do you register for the first time, because that is the most critical stage, even before you start accessing the system. So the screen will come up shortly. I know there could be a number of queries, but we'll be able to address them in due time. So in very few minutes, we'll be able to have the screen up.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much, Levi, for that part of the presentation. I think we have some few questions answered as you prepare for the live demonstration. Maybe you can take a few questions here coming. One of the questions here is coming from John Kirima. He's asking, my MCOP Cash app doesn't open. All shows long password. Do we have different password apart from the one that I use on my card? Then another one is coming from Dennis Kongoti. What is the maximum amount of money one can transfer per transaction on this particular platform? Then another one here from Beatrice Amayo. How is payroll processed in online banking? Then maybe the last one, as we prepare for that, is on payment, kindly elaborate on fraud purchase. So you want to handle those ones as we progress on the live demo. Thank you.
Thank you. Very good. Thank you. Very good questions coming through. So I'll start responding for MCOP Cash and the password. So ideally, your card is meant to help you register, but then the password for the MCOP Cash application is different from the password on your card. While your card is digits, the other one is what you call, it includes both, it's alphanumeric, both the characters and the digits. So just to answer you straightforward, the password is different. There's a password policy that you can click on that page to be able to see how should you constitute your password. Minimum 8 characters, but then I think we can reach out to you separately for the purposes of even assisting you should you try it and fail again. So yeah, the password is different from your card password on MCOP Cash. Number 2 is the maximum amount. So on this particular application, our default limit is 5 million, so that you're able to, at any particular time, you're able to transfer 5 million. However, should you feel that you have a need of more than 5 million, you will furnish us with a letter that tells us that we amend your limit to 100 million, 200 million, depending on your risk appetite in terms of, for your RTGSs, rather your payment, what is the maximum, or your payroll. Does your payroll exceed 5 million? We'll be able to amend as per your desire. So just to answer you, the default limit is 5 million, but we'll be able to amend as you want. We're able even to bring it lower if you say we put it to 2 million or 1 million. Number 3 was on the payroll processing. Now, we'll be able to show you our payroll template. We have now enabled you to access the payroll template on our online banking. You'll be able to access it, download it, and see how it looks like. We'll show you in the live demo. So once you have that payroll template filled in, you'll have the beneficiary details: paying levy, paying Peter, his bank code is 02, Standard Chartered, his bank code is 11, Cooperative Bank. You key it in there. This is his account number. Then you upload the Excel on online banking. We'll show you how that is done. Once that is uploaded, it's approved online, and we'll be able to remit funds to both Coop Bank beneficiaries and other bank beneficiaries. So it's an Excel that you prepare. We'll show you what it looks like. You upload it online, and on a single click of a button, it uploads, approved as per mandate. If you have the signatory, then we remit payments to the respective banks, regardless of the bank. I believe that answers that question. Lastly is on the float purchase, where we're saying, if you have a till, what you'll need to do is just share with us your till. We'll whitelist that till, then enable you to be able to log into the system and purchase float. So what you'll do is initiate an internal transfer under float purchase. We'll give you the account number, indicate the amount you require. The request comes on our backend, then our team will be able to allocate to you the float that you want. So I believe that answers that question. So you initiate a transaction online. First of all, we'll need to whitelist your till. That's the first step. Then subsequently initiate a transaction online. Then whenever you purchase float, the whitelisting is a one-off process. Once we whitelist you, subsequently you will comfortably initiate float purchase request. We allocate it in near real time. You'll be able to see it. Again, we give you that confirmation. You'll be able to see the status of that transaction, whether it is processed or not. Which I believe those are the questions. So this is the platform in terms of, like we said, it's a web-based application. All you need to do is have access to internet connection. Web-based application, look at the URL, onlinebanking.co-coopbank.co.ke. So that is the, probably you could find time to note that URL. That is the, or rather the website or the address, if I would use simpler terms. So if you come to this, there's the one on the left, which is your personal internet banking, your personal account, but then there's the corporate internet banking platform, whereby you need process your payrolls. You're a company, if I would explain, in terms of corporate. So there's corporate and personal. Personal is your individual account. Probably you just need to process your individual payments, pay your bills. But then there's a corporate. You're a company. You pay taxes, you pay KRA. You have signatories, more than 2 signatories, or even if you want 1 signatory. I believe that explains the personal needs and the corporate needs. So for the purposes of this demonstration, we'll go to corporate internet banking, where a number of us fall. So at this point, the assumption is we have registered you on the corporate internet banking platform. You have your corporate ID. So if you have 3 users, we will send you the corporate ID, which is the same for everyone. You also have your user ID. So if you do not have them, we'll give you an email address where you will send to us so that we give to you those details. The assumption is you have your corporate ID, user ID. So the first step is you key in your corporate ID. It normally starts with 1000. Then your user ID or it starts with IG. Your user ID is part of your name. If my name is Levi Alia, my user ID is probably be L Alia. You key in your user ID. Then below that is a verification code. Verification code is simply a security feature that confirms that you're indeed not a robot, so that no robot can access your account and be able to perform a transaction. You have to key in that physically to confirm that you're indeed not a robot. That's a security feature. For those who have any security concerns, that would be very helpful to you. Then you do next. So I want to repeat that anyone who does not have these credentials, we'll give you an email address, you'll write to us and we'll give them to you, or rather we'll register you. Then password. Password, like I said, there's a password policy, 8 characters, alphanumeric. If you can click on the policy, you'll be able to check. Then you check on terms and conditions. Then this is now for initial login. Sorry, first time login or initial login. At initial login, for the purposes of securing the platform, we ask you 3 security questions known to you. So you'll be able to fill those security questions. Just in case tomorrow somebody tries to access your platform in a different computer or in a different country, they will be asked this security question, and definitely they cannot get 3 security questions right. They will not be able to access your platform. So this is just, again, over and above your passwords, over and above the one-time PIN or passwords, we are now asking you security questions. This is just one-off setup. Not every time it will be required. The initial or the first time you're logging in, will be able to register your security questions. Number one, only 1 to 3 are mandatory. So that's what we are doing currently on the screen. It may appear long, but remember, this is just a one-off process. Once you do this, then subsequent logins, you will not be required to go through this process. Then after that, you select your security image. This is very critical because in the era of cybersecurity, anybody can send to you a link and alluding that it is CoopBank application so that you can click and transact. You will be able to select your very own security image, whether it is Simba, whether it is Bitcoin, or whichever piki, so that if you do not see that link whenever you're transacting, you know that you're in a wrong page. So therefore, for Cooperative Bank, nobody can ever send you a malicious link to try and con you. You'll be able to see the image that you selected, so that every time you don't see your image, you know that you're in a wrong page. And even your phrase, the phrase there indicated as best. So this is just what the bank is doing to secure you in this era of cybercrime, or even cyberbullying and every other thing. So go next, submit. So you just need to confirm your password. Again, you can refer to the policy at your own time in terms of what is required. You can read through the policy. But for the meantime, let's just enter the passwords. So the password, again, should be secured, known to you. As we enter the password, the other thing I need to mention that you do not need to be a signatory to access this application. If you have an accountant and you feel it is hectic to process your RTGSs, to upload your payroll, you can indeed have somebody registered on the system, but for the purposes of payment initiation and view only. They will not be able to approve any payment. So they will initiate the payment, but then only signatories are able to approve payments on this application. I thought it's important to mention that, so that if you are a signatory, probably you are busy, have your accountant or your admin initiate payments for your approval. So let's go to subsequent login. So the assumption is now you've done the registration for the first time, but now how do we log in going forward? How do you log in going forward? Every day to check your balances, to process your supplier payments, to process your bills, to process your KRA, NHIF. How do you log in going forward? Okay, you can see that image now appears, just to confirm to you that you're in the right page. So if you don't see that, if that is what you had selected, but you see something else or you don't see it, it will confirm to you that you're indeed on the wrong page. Whether it looks like CoopBank, again, we are just doing over and beyond the basics to protect you, or rather to protect your information with us. Okay, again, that comes up. Sorry, we can have that entered. Probably we could. Now, an OTP, that's one-time PIN. So every time you're logging in, there's a one-time PIN that is sent to your mobile phone. There's a one-time PIN that comes to your mobile phone. So once that is done, then you'll be able to access the system. So it means even if somebody has your credentials, the one-time PIN will always be required, and therefore you can access it via your phone or email in terms of login. It's in already. I think it's in already. So we may not need to go through the details. We just need to quickly go through the high level. So this is a look and feel. This is how the platform looks like. So at the start, when you log in, the first page that appears is the account services. What is my balance? Very critical for you to know. Don't call anyone, just check your balance. How can you download your statements? So to download your statements, you just double click on the account. So all your accounts you have with the bank, we can be able to have them here. Double click on the account, then under view information, select what period. So we can go up to 6 months backwards. If you need more than that, again, we'll be able to have that enabled for you, or rather retrieved for you. So let's say January to date, what is the period? Then you click go. That is now your statement, so that you don't need to call anyone for statements. Free of charge, you retrieve your statements. Then on the right of the page, there is more, but you now select which format. Is it Excel? Is it PDF? Is it, we don't need to go through that. Probably whichever file format you desire, you'll be able to select, then your statements will be downloaded. So I've shown you your account balance and your statements on the go. Now, the next module is now the payment. So on the under account services, where you'll be able to see all your accounts, your loan accounts, loan schedules, loan repayments, and all that. Now on payments, the payments that you were referring to that time, how do you access this? Very critical for you. So payments, on the left of the page, there is initiate. Then under payments, you're able to see all the payment types. Own account transfer, your own accounts, your Kenya shilling account to dollar account, or your one Kenya shilling account to the other Kenya shilling account. There's transfer within bank. You're paying a supplier who banks with cooperative bank, or somebody who banks with cooperative bank. Lastly is third is domestic transfer. Transfer to other banks, whether it's in KCB, Equity, whichever bank, that is domestic transfer, but within the country. The other one is international transfer. Transfers outside the country, whether you're paying for a vendor outside the country or whoever, you're able to make that transfer. We have added all the SWIFT codes in the system. Statutory payments are explained, that is tax, whether it is KRA or NHIF. Then the mobile wallet payment. So today we are saying you are able to make a payments to mobile wallets. Somebody who has a mobile number, you're able to make payments, whether it is a single payment, M-Pesa, or even bulk payments on M-Pesa. Now, under bulk payments, you're able to make bulk payments in two fronts. You are able to do your payroll. This is where we were referring to. You select the template there. Whether it is payroll or bulk payments, your suppliers, instead of keying them one by one, then you select the transaction template name, all banks. Then you're able to click on template. Now you're able to download that template here. Click on download, then you're able to see how does the payroll look like? How does the template look like? Of course, you can reach out to us for support. We'll share the numbers, but then that is the question that came up. Where do I get the template? How does it look like for me to be able to fill it in? So this is how the template look like in terms of what you need to fill in. So once you fill that in, then from a single upload, you'll be able to have that uploaded in the system. Of course, we'll take you through in terms of what are the mandatory fields and the rest. I don't know if you have so these are field templates. This is how it looks like. We are paying Mercy, Jacqueline, and Ken. This is their bank code, branch code, the account details, purpose of payment. Then this is what you'll be able to upload in the system. Again, if you need support, we'll be able to assist you so that subsequently you are comfortable. Back to the system. So I'm just trying to go faster, give you a high-level overview in terms of this, but then should you require support, we'll share with you the numbers to reach out to. So once this is done, you'll be able to upload the Excel, then submit. Select the account you're debiting, then submit the payroll for processing. Remember, if you submit, the signatory must approve and send to bank. Of course, for you to approve any payment, you will need a one-time PIN that comes to your phone. So to approve, you'll go to pending activities. Once you upload, or rather once you initiate a payment, you will find the payment there, then approve it for the bank to be able to process. Select it, then approve, or reject if you need to be. Even if your admin or your accountant upload a payment, it comes to you to be able to approve. Now, probably the overview of a single payment. Once you make that authorization, then how do you make even your RTGS? So for the purpose of these payments, we can use domestic funds transfer. So this is the page where you'll probably initiate your RTGS. Select the account you're debiting, add the details of the beneficiary, their bank details, whether it's another bank, then submit the payment for processing. It's straightforward. You only fill the mandatory fields that are marked asterisk. you're even able to attach a supporting document if it's above 1 million, or you need the bank to see, or your signatories to be able to see that you're able to submit supporting documents. Now, lastly, how do you track your payments? So on the payments page, there is a page that shows you the status of all your payment, ready for authorization, awaiting authorization, awaiting further approval. If you're two signatories, one of them has approved, the other one awaiting further approval. Rejected by bank, why was it rejected? Beneficiary details not up to date. All the other, that 360 view of all your payments will be able to give you on a single go, and even those reports are available. So should you need to make payments to M-Pesa, the bulk template for M-Pesa is also available there. Make payments to multiple M-Pesa beneficiaries or single M-Pesa beneficiary. You just select the bulk M-Pesa template, download it, fill it, and process that particular payment. That would be it in terms of the overview. We'll be able to respond to your queries. But then what I need to mention that this is just a high-level overview, but what will be beneficial to you is the actual experiential training on your own account. That particular RTGS that you are pending on your desk today, why can't you do it online? Or that particular EFT, that particular M-Pesa or KRA, as you approach NBank or Kenya Power Payment, why don't you do it online for the purpose of experiential training for you to be able to learn more? Or that payroll for this month, why don't you do that payroll online with the Cooperative Bank for the purposes of learning more? Because learning on the job, or rather learning on the go, is what is important, even over and above this particular overview. So thank you so much. That would be it. I know the queries will be able to hand over to my colleague to be able to guide us on the same.
Thank you so much, Levi, for quite informative session, and even on the demo. Asante sana. I think we are also getting questions. We will handle the questions during the Q&A session, and we want to go back to the slides. So Levi, you want to take us back to the slides? I can see questions are coming, and I know the next part of the presentation will be handled by Terry from Diaspora Banking, and she will be telling us what are then some of the solutions that we have that we can use to transfer money abroad if you want to make payments outside the country. What are some of the solutions that we can also take advantage of? I think at that particular slide, then our customers, you can also take those numbers, because you want to get more details from us, and we will be ready to take you through and to guide you all through. So you want to take that email address should you have a problem, and that mobile number, or rather that number, to contact us for more details, even on the way to go to navigate through the system. So in the next part of the presentation is done by our Diaspora Banking relationship manager, Terry. Terry, if you can hear me, you can put your video on and you could take us through COP. Yeah, we can see you, Terry. Go ahead. Thank you.
Okay, good morning, everyone, once again. I would like to thank you for taking the time to join us today. I believe we are all going to get useful insights from our interaction today. As my colleague Peter said, my name is Terry Murithi from Diaspora Banking. We normally assist our customers abroad, and also for the remittances part when you're sending or receiving money from abroad. So we have various options for sending and receiving money from outside Kenya. We have Western Union, we have MoneyGram, we have World Remit, we have Transfers, which you can access across all our branches. For the sending options, you have Western Union and MoneyGram, and we also have our ingrown product, which is COP Remit, which we launched sometime in December last year to assist our customers, especially for the business, the MSMEs, the individual people to send money abroad. So I'm going to quickly take you through COP Remit and the process flow, how you are able to send money abroad with it. So what is COP Remit? COP Remit is a money transfer solution that allows COP Bank customers to send money to a mobile wallet or bank account outside Kenya conveniently and affordably. So currently the service is only available to cooperative customers only. You must be an account holder. So CoopRemit is ideal for MSMEs, parents with children studying abroad, persons with relatives seeking medical treatments abroad, and importers. You can send a minimum of 500 shillings and you can send up to a maximum of 1,000,000 shillings in a day. For the charges, we charge a minimum of $2.5 up to a maximum of $12.5. Okay, so the reason why CoopRemit is outstanding and the reason when you're sending money abroad is that it enables a customer to send money instantly to mobile numbers across Africa. If you want to send money to, say, a friend who is in Tanzania, who is in Ghana, Nigeria, you're able to do that with CoopRemit, and on the other side, they're going to receive money in a span of 15 minutes. It also enables our customers to send money to bank accounts across the world. It is also important to note here that for the mobile numbers, for you to be able to send to mobile numbers, that service is only available in Africa. But you can also send to accounts in Africa and all across the world. So our CoopRemit is also affordable and safe. As you've seen, the charges are quite friendly. It is available countrywide at any Coop Bank branch. I'm sure you all know our branches. We have branches in most of the major towns in Kenya, and you're also able to access it at a dedicated money transfer counter across all our branches. So in this slide, we have the various countries to which you can send money to with CoopRemit. I'm going to take you through them. So as I've said, in Africa, you're able to send to an M-Wallet. So in Africa, currently, you're able to send to Uganda, to Rwanda, Zambia. You're also able to send to South Africa, Tanzania. For the rest of the world, you're able to send to China, you're able to send to Japan, UK, Brazil, Italy, Germany. In Africa, you're also able to send to Burundi, Malawi, Botswana, Ghana. And also we have in Europe, you're able to send to Spain, Slovenia, Slovakia, Portugal, Netherlands, Monaco, Malta, Luxembourg, Lithuania, Italy, Ireland, Greece, Cyprus, Finland, Estonia, Belgium, and Austria. So what are the requirements as a customer when you visit our branch to send money via CoopRemit? You need first and foremost to have enough and sufficient funds in your account. When you visit your nearest branch, you need to have your official identification document, either ID or passport. You also need to have the destination country. You also need to have the details of the recipients. For bank, if you're sending to a bank, you need to have the customer name, the name of the bank, the branch, and the bank account number. If you're sending to a mobile wallet, you need to have the customer name, the mobile number, and name of the mobile service provider, which will be given to you by the receiver. Once you visit the branch, you'll pick a ticket for money transfer services. You will also be given the CoopRemit form to fill in your details and the receiver details. Then the teller will process the transaction and issue the customer with a receipt, which has a unique transaction number. The funds will be credited to the recipient's account or mobile number, depending on the solution that you picked. So that is briefly what CoopRemit is about. It is available in all our branches, as I had shared earlier. Below are the contacts that you can reach us on in case you have any challenge or in case you want to get more information concerning CoopRemit. Thank you, Peter. Back to you.
Thank you, Terry. Thank you so much, Terry, for that information again, just to tell our customers that there are options to do or to have in terms of sending the monies outside the country, making payments outside the country, and within 15 minutes you are done, and a very secure system that again you also want us to give you more information so that we can again enhance your businesses. So I think at this time round, already there are quite a number of questions coming, and we encourage you to keep sharing. We'll try to answer most of them, and we have already identified quite a number. There's someone who is saying, this is Johnston Malonza, paying salaries option is very encouraging. This obviously means your organization must be registered with NHIF. Am I right? Also, would the bank help business people with salary overdrafts or advances? Just should it happen at this end month and you don't have enough money to pay salaries? So if yes, then what are the conditions? Yeah, maybe just to answer part of that question before the levy comes in, just to say that for all the customers who have employees, we are supporting you with what we are calling overdrafts. We have mobile loans, and right now we are saying that what matters is how your bankings are, because we have a scoring engine internally just to help you know the limits, just to keep on increasing your limits depending with your bankings. So you can take advantage of your bankings by getting unsecured facilities, even using your mobile loans. And our limits goes up to 1M. So I think it's a good product for us as business people who at some point you want to make payments, urgent payments, and you don't have this money. So it's a good solution for business people because it's on the go. You get it through your mobile phone. So I think it's a good product that you want to take. Otherwise, we still have overdrafts, but we would also encourage you to visit the branch, maybe just to have more information and disclose maybe all the needs that you have to your relationship managers in the branches. So, so in terms of then linking with NHIF, maybe Levy is going to answer as we progress. But there are other questions that are also coming for you, Levy. He's saying that other platforms, maybe with the competition, provide statements as far as 5 years ago. Kindly open up access to us for a longer period, preferably 1 year. It becomes cumbersome to get statements for audit purposes, which forces us to go to the bank every time. So you will comment on that. There's Hanson from Mombasa. He's saying, do you accept or recognize thumbprint signature for online banking in recognition of clients with visual impairments? So maybe you'll also comment on that, Levy. Then we have Caller Studio. I have an e-commerce platform and I want to integrate an M-Pesa payment system through your COP online platform. So comment on that as well. Catherine, she's saying, I have 2 different accounts. Can they be linked? I requested the same in the branch. Can I be assisted? So you want to also to comment on that. Then there's one here from, sorry, just trying to get the question. How do I pay NHIF, NSSF via this platform? This is from Zainambu. You could answer those as we wait for other set of questions to come so that we can answer. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Very good questions. The first one that my colleague Peter answered partly was the bit of, do we need to register with NHIF? The answer is no. Why? Because for you to process your payroll, I know as SMEs are growing businesses, probably your staff could probably do not have NHIF and probably you're not registered with NHIF. You can just do your payroll independently without necessarily having any relation with NHIF, because the payroll application, what is processing is the net salaries, what the employee receives in the account. So you can just have a template, have the employee names and their net salaries, no reference to NHIF or KRA, upload the payroll and they will receive. NHIF and NSSF are processed independently without making reference to that particular payroll. So of course, for NHIF, for those who are registered, you will go to the NHIF portal, obtain the byproduct number for the people you had submitted for NHIF for, then use that number to process online. Same for KRA. Yeah, so no linkage at all. So you can process without necessarily having registered for NHIF. Number two is the statement period. So the reason why we do 6 months is for the system to run efficiently without any backlog, or for it not to hang whenever it is running, because we noted that whenever we open it up for 2 years, 3 years, some clients probably have heavy statements and it would slow the speed, or rather the speed of the system in terms of how it processes transactions or how it is loading. So that's why we limit it to 6 months period. But allow me take it as feedback to explore the bit of 1 year. But then what you're saying is that should you need a period that is longer than 6 months, again, the bank is always ready to provide that to you efficiently. So it's 6 months period, but as feedback for the person who raised it, requesting for 1 year, we will explore that and see how we can have that in place and even monitor how does the system behave if it is for 1 year period. The other question, do we accept dumplings for clients with visual impairment? Again, allow me to take that as feedback. The reason why that is coming at the right time, like I started during the introduction, is we revamped our system. Our initial online banking platform had limitations. And today, what we are referring today as Scope Online is a more revamped application out of the feedback that we did receive from you. It therefore means even our vendor who worked on the system, an Indian-based vendor, is still available on site. And based on the forums that we're having, these webinars, we're able to make improvements on that system because the contract is still ongoing, is still available on site. And therefore, even the bit of being able to provide that particular functionality for visually impaired persons, we should be able to incorporate that. So again, allow me to take that at feedback. Probably through a chat, we'll know exactly who raised it for us to be able to keep in touch in terms of how that is coming up. So we'll take that feedback to be able to have it in place. So currently, just on the straight, not available, but we'll be able to have that in place based on the feedback because our vendor, fortunately, is still available with us and making changes as we bring them on board. E-commerce platform for the person who has that, yes, we'll be able to integrate that platform and even do that for you to be able to even process your M-Pesa payment. So that email address that was in place, I just drop us an email on the same request. I don't know if you noted it. We'll be able to display it probably once again. Then we can reach out to you to be able to reach out to you and have the integration in place. We'll share the APIs for the purposes of those integration. So we also e-commerce integrate the payment gateway for collections and even for payments as you may desire. So the answer is yes. And of course, being such a request, we'll be able to reach out to you for our technical team to be able to start that and do the integrations. Linking two different accounts, that should be very easy. Apologies if you address this with our branches, it has not been done yet. Yes, you should be able to have your two accounts integrated or rather linked so that from a single login, you're able to see all your accounts at a go. So again, our team will take note in terms of who raised this. We reach out to you and support you to be able to link those two accounts. All that you'll be able to give a form, indicate those two accounts, and we link within 2 days. Lastly was on how do I pay NHIF and KRA, sorry, NHIF and NSSF. And of course, in addition, KRA and as well. So what you need to do, log in to KRA, just like you currently do it. iTax portal, retrieve your e-slip number. Log into KRA portal, retrieve your e-slip number. Same way, log into NHIF portal, retrieve your byproduct number. I know a number of us are familiar with that. Just whenever you need to pay at the branch manually, you normally do the same thing. So once you get your e-slip number or byproduct number from NHIF portal, instead of walking to the branch, come to online banking, log in, then go to statutory payments. Payments, then below it, you can see on the screen, statutory payments. Select the account you're debiting. If you have more than 2 accounts, so you'll select the account you're debiting. I'm debiting my Kenya shilling account. Institution you're paying, there's KRA and NHIF, select whichever one you're paying. So for KRA, I need to explain you can pay both domestic tax, where we have pay as you earn, VAT, as well as customs. You are clearing goods, again, you can pay via the same system. So under domestic, if it is pay as you earn, enter the e-slip number. So if you type the e-slip number that is in the document you're holding from KRA portal, the system automatically populates the tax that is due out of our integration with KRA. If it is NHIF, the system automatically populates the payment that is due for NHIF. So you select whether it is standard or penalty. You don't even need to key in the amount. The system will give you the amount, submit it, then you need to approve it. I believe that answers that question. So all you need to get is your e-slip number from KRA portal and byproduct number for NHIF. Then process it online seamlessly. Again, the number that we shared on the screen, if you need help, we'll be able to walk you through that particular payment so that subsequently you can do it comfortably and confidently in the system. Thanks, Peter. I believe those are the queries that were raised.
Thank you so much, Levi. Maybe a few more questions. One from Susan Kimata. She's asking, for a first-time online banking user, do I have to visit my branch for an application? Number 2, from Anthony Mudati, is asking, can you top up a prepaid card using the COP online solution? Then another one from Jolim Olale is saying, I've been trying to open COP Bank application account, but it doesn't go through. What could be wrong? Is it a must that I go through the branch? Then there's another one. Does the amount of 1K payable once, or is it a cost ledger fee? Someone is asking, I had a salary account where I could get an MCOP cash loan of 50,000. I opened a BIS account and the other was closed and the money transferred to the new account. Can I access a loan? So I think we'll answer that. Maybe another question for you, Levi, here from Joseph Dirango. When making internet banking payments, why do you put so many steps, making it complex and time consumption? So maybe you also want to comment on that. Can you process Visa payments for e-commerce? This is coming from, again, Anthony Mudati. Maybe the last one from Kevin Baraza. Is it possible to register for internet banking online for an account with more than 1 signatories? Or we have to visit the branch to present hard copies of the required documents? So maybe you can answer those ones first as we go on. Thank you.
Thank you. Very important questions coming through. Now, number one is first-time user. So let's say you have an account. You need to register for the corporate internet banking. So as it is, you need to execute an application form for the corporate profile. Unlike your personal individual account, I need to make a differentiator on that. So I could be having my own account as Levi, where probably there is no other signatory, or it's my own individual account. On that, you do not need to visit the branch. We'll send you the link using your card, then register. However, for an enterprise account, SME account, where most of us fall, I believe, in this forum, you'll be able to fill an application form, then submit to our branch. Why? Because we need to confirm the mandates, we need to confirm the limits, we need to confirm your signatures. Unlike a company, individual is on the go. We'll send you a link, register by yourself, self-registration. However, for company, and that again answers the last question. So if you are a corporate, more than 2 signatories, you will need to execute an application form, take it to the branch. Within 2 or 3 days, we'll be able to register you. So because we need to confirm the mandates, signed as per mandate, instructions, signatures, and everything. So again, we can share with you the online banking application form for the people who raised question number 1 and the last question, whether for the first time, and again for the users who are more than 2. I've answered that on the go. So top up prepaid card, yes. So there's a functionality for card payment. Card payment means prepaid cards that we offer you, and even credit cards. So today as a corporate, if you have a credit card, instead of going to the branch to be able to pay it or manually, you're able to have it as a payment type. So log into the system, go to payments, then go to card payments. Card payments, you pay your prepaid cards and credit cards on the system. So that is possible. Again, if you have any challenge doing that, reach out to those numbers. We'll be able to assist you pay your prepaid card and credit cards. Number 3 is COP application. Sorry, this is not clear. Oh, somebody has been trying to access the application and it doesn't go through. That was a question. Again, that should be an isolated case. So I believe you can write to us, or rather we'll write to you so that we're able to assist you, because we have a dedicated team. I think it's important to mention that we have a dedicated client service team that is meant to handle all queries related to COP online. Whether you did a payment, it didn't go through, you're trying to log in, it doesn't go through, you are following up on a payment that didn't go through, you're trying to upload a payroll, we have a dedicated team, and then contacts were shared with you on the screen that will help you, work with you through that journey until you are comfortable. So again, reach out to that number. That particular user will reach out to you and assist you for that isolated case and find out what exactly is the issue. The other question was on the ledger fee. So for MSMEs, and probably you may need to walk to any of our branches, we do not charge in terms of the MSME packages. There are different packages that apply. Probably at any of our branches, you'll be able to get more information of this. So there's the MSME package. There are things that it comes with. There's the SME package. There's the gold, silver, and gold. So depending on the package you are in, there are different access fees or that charges for online banking. Even some packages, just to mention, there are no charges at all in terms of the monthly access fees. I'm sure a number of you can attest to the same. We do not charge so long as you're on the MSME package. Probably you're on the a different package, corporate package, and all that. So I may not be able to pick exactly which package you're on, but if you visit your branch, you'll be able to have a system the same. We can migrate you to an MSME package. The products that you need to undertake for you to be on the same, you'll not be charged any monthly fees or ledger fees for. There are 1,000 that the questionnaire was referring to. User journey, hectic in terms of making a payment. I think, again, that is just about how often do you make that payment, and have we enabled you to be able to really make those payments conveniently. One thing for sure, if you make a payment to the beneficiary today, we advise you to save that beneficiary if it's somebody you'll be paying next time, so that next time you're paying them, you do not need to enter their name, you do not need to enter their account number, you just go to that payment and enter the amount and pay on the go. So we noticed that a number of clients, why they find raising a payment online hectic is because every time they did not save the beneficiary, so that every time they're making payment to the same beneficiary, they have to enter the details afresh. So always ensure that you save your beneficiary, approve it, so that subsequent payments, you do not need to enter the details afresh, and you'll find it very efficient. 2 minutes, you're done with the payment in terms of payment processing. So again, reach out to us. We'll show you how to save a beneficiary for subsequent payments, approve them, so that subsequent payments, it's very seamless. And again, always ensure that you only enter the mandatory fields marked with asterisks. There are other additional information you may provide, but just the mandatory fields will be good to go for your payment. So again, we'll be able to walk with you through that journey so that you don't find it hectic at all. Visa payments on e-commerce, the answer is yes. Yeah, we do accept Visa and even MasterCard. We are now live with MasterCard so that we're able to access both Visa and MasterCard on our e-commerce platform. So should you need to reach out again, reach out to us on those contacts. We accept both Visa and MasterCard. Yeah, the last question was about the two users, two signatories who need to apply. Yeah, you need to execute the application form. We'll be able to set up both the two signatories will receive their credentials, and all of them will be required to approve that payment, so long as the signing mandate is both to sign, or rather both are required to sign. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for those good questions. I'm trying to answer as quickly as possible, but should you have any further queries, feel free to reach out in chat. Feel free to reach out on those contact.
Thank you so much, Levi. I think these are very good questions coming, and everybody in this meeting can see the importance of us having a COP 09. And thank you so much for those questions coming. Maybe a few more, even as we prepare to end. What's the maximum amount of money one can transfer per transaction on this platform? Then there's one here. How do I make multiple KRA payment online after I have generated the payment slip from iTax? Another one from Martin. How do we do bulk payments for SACCOs? Maybe you want to comment on those questions as we proceed, Levi. Thank you.
Again, very good question. So I'll start with the first one, the maximum limit. So I will answer it this way. The default limit that we have set up per transaction, the default limit, you do not tell us put any limit, is 5 million on this platform. So every transaction is 5 million. However, you're able to give us instructions to amend your limits to whichever amount you desire. Maximum 1 billion less a shilling, 99999. It means we're able to do whichever transaction limit you want on the platform. So default is 5 million. If you don't tell us anything, some clients tell us, I want my limit to be 2 million, 1 million. Some clients tell us, I want my limit to be 10 million, 30 million. We're able to work with whichever limit you give us. So the answer is, it is unlimited. We're able to give you whichever limit you want on the system. Question 2, multiple payments to KRA. So as it is, you're only able to make payments per e-slip number. So if you generate an e-slip number, you will have to make a single payment on that e-slip number, or if there are two e-slip numbers, you make the payments the two e-slip numbers. However, we have received feedback that there are some clients who want to upload KRA payments. I think that's what the user is referring to, or rather you are referring to, in terms of how do you upload 10 e-slip numbers on the Excel instead of going to do it one by one. So that's another feedback we have received in terms of bulk KRA payments. We are improving on that to ensure that you're also able to do bulk KRA payments. But as it is, you will have to do the KRA payment per e-slip number. So, and the other thing that you do, you can do 10 KRA payments individually, but then approve them at once so that you don't need to approve one by one on the same. So if you have multiple KRA payments to do, currently you can do single payments per e-slip, but then we are working on the bit of bulk payments. So just bear with us on the same, so that you just do an Excel, a column of e-slip number, a column of the amounts, upload the system. The system will be able to validate those e-slips and process those bulk KRA payments. Lastly, how do we do bulk payments to SACCOs? Yeah, we can show you that. So just like payroll, you can bring up the screen, just like payroll, just like bulk M-Pesa, we have bulk payments to SACCOs, FOSAs. The template is available online, whereby you will go online, extract the template. So instead of going to M-Pesa or all banks, there is a template referred to as SACCO FOSA payments. You download it, you'll be able to see how it is filled. I don't know if you can have the screen up just to be able to see and appreciate it. So, or rather we can reach out to you and show you how that Excel look like. So it's an Excel that's available online. You will download it, fill it in. We will assist you fill it so that you can upload payments to SACCO FOSA members. I think we'll take note of the person who raised that so that we reach out to them and assist them how to upload SACCO FOSA payments. It is possible.
Thank you so much, Levy. How can you print a payment receipt of customers who will insist on receipts? Then Evans is asking, please help me register on COP banking, COP online banking. I think that's what he means. I think it's on corporate, the corporate side of it. Yeah, so I think you want to answer those as we close. This one that I will also share the contacts. Martin Gary is asking on Forex rates question. Who shall I contact to get rates? Kindly share contacts from Donholm branch. I think we have a treasury department, and I will be sharing some contacts again if you're not able to get some good rates in the branch. So I'll also share some contacts that you can contact and get the rates directly and negotiate maybe. So Martin, I'll also share on that through the chat box. Thank you. So I don't know, Levy, as you complete, maybe you also want to do a bit of demo on that.
Yes. So there's that circle. You can see this template for circles, mixed banks and circles. So that's the template that is available online. The person who had raised this, so you just select, then you download it. For mixed banks, you can pay banks, you can pay circles on the system. Now, as that comes up, the other question was payment confirmations. So every payment that you do has a valid confirmation here. If it is an RTGS, you're able to download Swift confirmation. If it is an EFT, so this is how the circle, let me not mix issues. So this is how the format for circles is. You can see, so where there is beneficiary bank code will give you the codes for the circles and even the beneficiary accounts. So the circle FOSA numbers is what will appear on beneficiary account number, the circle FOSA numbers. Again, I think it's important to reach out to you to assist you on this. Now, back to the screen, in terms of payment advices. Payment advices are available in terms of every payment you did. So for every payment that you do, you just double click on the payment. You double click on if it was successful, of course, processed by bank. You just double click on the payment. Then at the bottom right of the page, you can see print in PDF. So you can print that in PDF. It will show you the status of the payment. Or if it is an RTGS, you will find a button that says download Swift confirmation or download payment advice. So for every payment that you do, you double click on the payment reference number. You will find a place to download the payment confirmation or download the payment advice and even print it. This is a valid document that you can present to your beneficiary. Again, if you have any trouble retrieving payment advice, you can reach out to us. I need help registering. I think that one will reach out to you. The person who needs help registering on the platform, thank you so much for raising that. We'll be able to reach out to you and help you register. Of course, you can drop that email on your email address as well. Lastly, whom do I contact for FX? Again, I think my colleague said they will be able to provide contact on the same for you to be able to help you reach out on the person to reach out on FX transactions, so that once you get the deal number and the rate, you are good to go. Log in online, apply the rate without necessarily working with the branch every time. How convenient would that be? Thank you so much.
Questions, I think they are coming. There are quite a number still coming. And I want to promise that just the way we do, we still get back to you, get in touch with you for those individual questions. Some of them we need to support you, and we'll be noting them. I don't know, James Duarte, I know you are in the call. Are there any comments you want to make? James Duarte from Business Banking Department. You want to make some comments? Okay. So I think those are some of the issues, questions that are coming, and I'm looking at time. We want to possibly close at this particular period. I don't know whether there is any comment also coming from Terry from Diaspora Banking, just to say the platform that you have to support the customers. Anything that you want to mention as we come to call to action in this particular slide? Any closing remarks from Terry?
Hi, Peter. I would like to encourage our customers, if you're doing imports from China and Japan, you can visit any branch. You can speak to the teller once you fill the form. Our limit for sending is 1 million per transaction. We do encourage you to use CoPremit. It's much faster and it is much more reliable. And as we saw, the charges are very friendly. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Terry, for those comments. Yeah, I want to ask also Levi, just make brief closing remarks as we go to the closure. Welcome.
Thank you. I think mine is a very quick one. Just whatever we had shared. On the page, we have the call to action. So if you are not registered on the platform, kindly reach out to any of the branches, fill the application. If you are registered, but have never had a chance to use it, and based on our analytics, that is where most of us fall, rather most of you fall. You have been registered, you've never logged into the platform. You probably have your credentials. Write to us, we will share your credentials and help you access the platform. The login portal is there, and of course the MSME portal is there. So that's it for me. Thank you so much. Thank you for being very good participants in terms of the interactive session and everything. We are free. The numbers are on the screen, what we have shared in terms of help with online banking. If you need note, write to client service at copbank.co.ke. If you have anything you're following, if you need the application form, anything you need concerning online banking, telephone number is also there. Please note it kindly. Reach out to us to assist you bank with us. So we're really interested in ensuring that the digital banking with us is seamless and efficient. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Levi, again, and thank you so much, Terry, for the very informative session. We really want to appreciate all of you, again, our customers, because this, as you can see, was very, very engaging session where we have learned. And I think this is a solutions that we want to have to support our businesses. And we want to encourage you to keep more engagement with our branches and our business bankers. I'm sure they will hold us even on how to get this. We have shared our contacts in regards to Diaspora Banking and also from the COP Online. I've also shared the ones for the Treasury Department, should you want to contact us for negotiation of rates, 0711 049 228 on the chat box. So you can also pick that one. So I want to really appreciate all of us for your patience, and I think for the great engagements that we have had. This is the second part of the component that we have done from the feedback that we got. I think it was due to public demand that we, do it again to even elaborate further. And I think after the last time engagement, a number of questions were coming through. There's also our email address that you also got when you registered for this session. Please feel free to share more insights, more questions, more feedback, and we'll be glad to support you. For those questions that we may not have been able to answer because of time, we will be able to reach out to you, and we'll also share this material with you after this. So thank you so much for attending. The next webinar session again is on Thursday, where we'll be having a very good session again to help you know or get insights of branding your business. So we'll have a topic on branding for businesses. So what do you need to do to make sure that you are more visible to your customers? And it will have very good presenters. Please prepare to attend, and we'll be glad to have a good session. So thank you so much. We want to wish you God's blessings and all success in your businesses. Asanteni sana and goodbye. Thank you.